About our honorees. Tom Balsley, President's Award for Excellence.
My name is Tom Balsley. I'm a landscape architect. My firm is SWA Balsley. We're based here in the city.
Tom Balsley is the principal designer of the internationally renowned studio he founded in 1969 and has since applied his cultivated design sensibilities into an innovative fusion of landscape and urbanism in cities across the U.S. and abroad. That's right, it's his studio's 50th anniversary. In his introduction to Tom's first monograph, Peter Walker writes, "Balsley created clients where there were none and found budgets where none existed. His practice is real, highly political, and artful, and he has made himself a spokesman for open space, the designed public realm, and landscape architecture."
Make that contribution to whatever city or town, whatever civic space will invite me and have me come over. That's where I want to go, and I want to bring my design skills and talents to that challenge.
Tom's work began in the margins of the city, pushing the limits of design into the mainstream psyche as transformative and provocative urban landscapes of social, cultural, and environmental significance. His deeply held belief that our public spaces are society's truest form of democracy have served as the foundation for his work, all of which can be found in his recent monograph, Uncommon Ground. In New York City alone, Tom has designed more than 100 parks and plazas that are resilient and teeming with public life, including Hunters Point South Park, Riverside Park South, and 51 Astor Place. New York City's incentive zoning has produced over 90 acres of small, publicly accessible open spaces in Manhattan, known as POPs. Tom was one of the first landscape architects to seize upon this opportunity and has designed more than 60 of these important spaces, including the failed resuscitated plaza on 57th Street, renamed Balsley Park. Breathing new life into failed urban spaces led him to Cleveland's Perk Park, where his forensics produced a bold urban meadow and forest concept which preserved mature trees and employed innovative furniture typologies. 51 Astor Place has special meaning because it has transformed his favorite 70s hangout and cultural crossroads into a plaza that employs simple church pew seating.
Right in this very corner, and watch this entire street theater unfold. This magical street theater that is New York, better than Broadway.
Far East projects helped him find a design voice beyond the early New York City constraints and gave him permission to pursue placemaking and branding. His many winning international design competitions have tested new design and resiliency strategies of proven public space relevance. Moving to larger commissions, his study to relocate Yankee Stadium led to the vision plan he and his studio, with Vollmer, crafted for the transformation of the old stadium site into a sustainable, verdant, and vibrant community recreation precinct. Its sport venues and gathering spaces appear to have been enveloped by a frame of landforms, grasslands, and woods. An early leader in the city's waterfront revitalization, Tom prepared the master plan for the politically charged and complex Riverside South project, which transformed rail yards and elevated highway into a 26-acre centerpiece park on the Hudson. Awaiting funding, the final park will cover the relocated highway tunnels and give West Siders unimpeded connections to their river. Until then, West Siders have been flocking to the interim park, whose rich railroad heritage and staged social encounters range from the intimate to the urbane. In 1993, Thomas Balsley Associates with Weintraub di Domenico prepared an open space master plan for the Queens West development on the East River. Daring to depart from the Battery Park City's landfill model, its first phase, Gantry Plaza State Park, became a new paradigm for resilient urban waterfront parks that celebrates the site's riverine and railroad heritage while speaking to the 21st century aspirations of its growing upland community.
We were able to actually uncover those marshes, recreate the marshes, and then create this wonderful walking trail along the edge of the marsh.
10 years later, Tom's vision for Hunters Point South Park has become a global model for innovative, resilient strategies. His multidiscipline collaboration has framed a new ecological and cultural paradigm of landscape as infrastructure. Here, one can explore New York's newest island sanctuary, or stroll its trails while being trapped in an extraordinary dialogue between tidal habitat and the world's greatest skyline.
This is what I do. This is what I love to do. This is what gets me up in the morning.
This extraordinary body of work has earned Tom the 13th National ASLA Design Medal and is deserving of this year's President's Award for Excellence.